What is up, everyone? In this video, we're gonna take a look at Chongyun. A lot of people had been telling me that he's an amazing support, he's an amazing DPS, but I just can't trust people when they say, oh, he's been carrying me. I don't know what level they are, I don't know what their weapons are, artifacts, you know? So, I'm here. Before we get started, let's go ahead and do the giveaway from the last video. I'm gonna use this URL and pick the winner. Alright, so this is the URL for the last video. Let's click on filter duplicate users, include replies to comments, and
3,
let's look
2,
for the
1.
winner. Like for the code Nightmare. Congratulations for winning the giveaway. Make sure you join my Discord server and ping me there so that we can talk about the giveaway. Please, please, please have a PayPal account. It's really hard for me to buy a gift card in Korea. Well, thank you very much. For those of you who's wondering how to enter this giveaway, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and then that's how you enter the giveaway. And because we didn't get a lot of views in the last video, today's giveaway is gonna be $20. But hopefully we'll get a lot more views on this video so that we can do a bigger giveaway. Thank you so much for all your support, leaving a comment, leaving a like. Thank you very much. And you know, if I ever do like a sponsored video in the future, I'd probably give out bigger money because you guys are the reason why I get sponsored videos, and that's the reason why I get paid, and I would like to give it back to the community. So thank you very much. I hope you guys participate in the future. So here I am trying to do some damage test with Chongyun against the Valen, of course. First, we're gonna take a look at his stats. He has 3100 attack. Can you guys believe that? Very nice Chongyun right here. Right now, he's using Child's artifacts, so he looks like this. 3100 attack, 54% crit rate with a 154% crit damage. No elemental damage bonus here, so we're gonna be able to see a lot of things that happen. And he also has 119 elemental mastery, which would help him get better damage for his melt. You know, in Genshin Impact, elemental reaction damage are really important for you to do a lot of damage. And if you had been watching my one-shot videos, I would have probably told you that water and fire are the most OP elements in Genshin Impact. Reason being is because they are capable of doing ×2 damage, because when melt happens on cryo with pyro, then you're gonna cause ×2 damage. If it's the other way around, then it's 1.5 times. So that's why fire is really OP. So I assume that because of the elements, I don't think Chongyun can be a very good DPS. But it's always good to try him out, right? So let's take him to the Valen and see if he can do one DPS window challenge. I believe he can do it because he's awesome. But here's the thing. His level is 70 out of 80. But getting him to level 80 is only gonna add like 10 attack, which is not gonna make a lot of difference. And here is the thing. I have level 90 Gravestone. In order for you to do a lot of damage with Chongyun Q, you're gonna have to have cryo damage bonus on the goblet, but I have attack. I would say this is a little fair. Sadly, I can't do a Constellation comparison because, you know, I pulled him long before and I thought getting him to 6 Constellation was pretty cool. But because of that, we're just gonna kind of see if those Constellations are needed. So here's the first Constellation. It says, the last attack of Chongyun's normal attack combo releases 3 ice blades. Each blade deals 50% of Chongyun's attack as cryo damage to all enemies in its path. He's able to do extra damage, and although he doesn't have his E out, he can do cryo damage, right? So that is good. Elemental skill and elemental bursts cast within the frost field created by his E skill have their cooldown time decreased by 15%. I would say this would kind of make him a lot better supporter than he is at C0. Like, you would say that 15% is not much, but it really matters. Like, as you rotate your heroes, you'd probably notice that some of the heroes would have their cooldown at 0.5 seconds. It's gonna annoy you. But his E is definitely gonna help him, or help party to rotate, use skills faster, and get those energy refilled for your Qs. Here's C3, and it increases the Q level by 3. Okay, let's take a look at the C4. Chongyun regenerates 1 energy every time he hits an enemy affected by cryo. This effect can only occur once every 2 seconds. Check this out. This Constellation would have been really bad if his Q energy consumption was maybe like 60 or 80, but his Q only takes 40. So generating 1 energy once every 2 seconds is okay, but it wouldn't be too useful, I would say. It would be so much better for you to rotate to a different character, use elemental skills, and get those energy refilled, other than having him in the battle and attack anyone that has cryo effect. Right? Moving on to C5, increases the level of Spirit Blade, his E, by 3. Last one. It says Q deals 15% more damage to enemies with a lower percentage of their max HP remaining than Chongyun. This skill also summons one additional Spirit Blade. So this means if you have C6, his Q is gonna do more damage. So this is actually gonna help me do a lot more damage. You're gonna see what I'm talking about as I do a one-shot challenge. And here is his talents. If you guys have noticed, his level, his multipliers are pretty low. So because I believe he cannot be a main DPS, I'm not going to heavily invest my resource into his skills, but I believe that he can do reasonable amount of damage to the opponents. But hey, let's take a look. His normal attack level 5, okay? If you level this up, you're gonna see 102%. Let's compare this with Diluc. So Diluc's level 6 normal attack is 130%. That is already 30% difference on the first hit. And let's take a look at his E skill. This is the skill that makes him really good with fire units, especially Diluc. So his field is created, and then when you do auto, your auto becomes cryo for Diluc. And then after an auto, Diluc can use E to create melt, which causes ×2 damage, right? This field stays for 10 seconds. And if you have C2, any skill that you use within that field is gonna get 15% cooldown decrease. So that's always good. And this is his Q skill. His Q skill costs 40 energy. The cooldown is 12 seconds, and skill damage is 214%. I believe that if each of the blades are 214%, that is ×3. But then also the problem would be the very first skill would get the reaction, but the others will not get it. I assume that you guys had been watching my one-shot videos, so let me go through his artifacts right now. He is using 2-piece Noblesse and nothing else. I'm not so sure if this 1 DPS window challenge is gonna go well, but I think we can do it. You know why? If you believe, then it's gonna happen. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the Storm Terror. Let me explain about the order of this team, because every time when I do a one-shot team or maybe like a 1 DPS window challenge, people always ask me, how do you do that? Why are you using this? So let me quickly run through. So after I take down Devalin's shield with Klee, I'm gonna switch to Chongyun, use E on top of Devalin's back, causing cryo damage. There's gonna be Sucrose with a very decent sit, along with her talent, Mollis Favonius. When she uses skill, she gives all party members elemental mastery by an amount equal to 20% of Sucrose elemental mastery for 8 seconds. So that's gonna be good. And after that, we would need fire on Devalin, right? So I'm gonna be using Bennett Q to give attack bonus to the active party member in the field. After that, I'm gonna be using Klee, utilizing her C2. After she uses E, then it decreases enemy defense by 23% for 10 seconds, leaving fire again. And finally, I'm gonna be switching out to Chongyun using his Q so that I can finish Devalin off, hopefully. And because I'm switching out to Chongyun from Klee, I'm gonna be using Grilling Tales of Dragon Slayers to give that 48% attack increase. And because this effect can only occur once every 20 seconds, why don't I kind of proc this Grilling Tales of Dragon Slayers onto something and then make this timer go off a little faster? I think that's a good idea. And because Chongyun's level is 70 out of 80, I'm gonna go ahead and downgrade Devalin. That's only gonna be fair, right? So let's go to level 80 Devalin. Before we get started, it will be only fair for us to feed him food. And let's use Cryo Damage Potion. Proc Klee's weapon right now. Let me check that. Okay. Here we go. Oh! 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 We did it! We actually did it! Chongyun can do this as well! Oh, nice! You know what would be better? If we take him to level 90 Devalin and do this again, that'll be really nice. Alright, so Chongyun's attack without Dragon Slayer's effect is 3400 attack after the food. Okay. Alright, I just activated Dragon Slayer. Alright. Do the same thing. E, auto. Oh. And after that, it's a little hard for him to do a lot of burst, But it was very satisfying to know that he was able to do decent amount of damage like that. People might have different opinions of the main DPS. I think main DPS, well, of course, it means a hero that can do the most damage, right? But also it has to be very effective. Reason why Child Q does a lot of damage and Mona does a lot of damage, or Diluc, is because first, they're multiplier. It's a one hit. Well, it's a little different thing on Diluc, and that's why he does less damage than other heroes. He has slash damage, follow-up, burst damage. They all add up to big damage, but it just seems like he does less damage than the others because the elemental reaction occurs when you first attack with another element. So Chongyun's Q also does the same thing, and the amount of damage he did, it was moderate. I also liked how he did some damage, and his Q only takes 40 energy, but the thing is, his cooldown is 12 seconds, so you will not be able to spam his Q, although you can quickly fill his energy, right? So I believe Chongyun is best used as a very good support. Like, it would be really nice if you can have a lot of weapons and leftover artifacts for you to give Chongyun, but for me, when I didn't have other heroes, I really enjoyed Chongyun in my team because of his E, especially. You might be asking, is he worth it without constellations? I'll say yes. He is worth it, especially for Diluc. He is not always good with fire. For example, Klee. Klee's auto is fire, even though she's on Chongyun's E. So keep that in mind. And because we have used Chongyun as a DPS, why don't we find out about his supportability for Diluc? Okay, so you're about to see how good Chongyun is, especially when he's paired up with Diluc. Alright, let's go for extra attack percentage to please our eyes. Alright, there's Cryo. There's Melt. You see how it is? Well, of course, you could be using Chi-Chi or some other Cryo. Just not Kea, please. I just don't like Kea. And then there's Cryo. Oh, they just disappear. Nice. Oh, there is a ice. That was a non-crit. Are you getting the idea? But I really wish that I didn't do 6 Constellation on Bennett. miHoYo needs to fix this. Fix Bennett's C6. Like, us males have no brain to figure out if it's good to have C6 or not. It's actually toxic to have C6 Bennett. Anyways, I'm not so sure if I was able to tell you or convince you that Chongyun is way better as you build him as a support. But I'm also glad that I was able to show you his ability to do a large amount of damage using Devalin. Devalin, I'm so sorry, but I gotta use you as a test subject to figure out if a character can be a DPS or not. But anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if I could improve this video series in the future, what you want me to review later. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys later. Adios.